Still test. Whew. All right. Hello, everybody. May the 4th be with you today. Today we're going to be playing Disco Elysium. It's a fun little, I guess, RPG will be the best way to put it. I'm going to start a new game, and we'll see how it goes. All right. Let's see. Let's get this party started. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. All right. Let's see. We are going to go with let's go with a thinker and see how that's going to go. Dun, 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 dun.
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic source.
Okay.
Bloated and shameful. All of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Do you really?
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Hoard so much on yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Somewhere in the sore bloat, like a fly to the ointment. Your conscience sticks to it.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, a fiery streak penetrates your scalp.
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice claim amongst carriage.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, we're getting this party started. Waking up drunk in the apartment, good old time. Alright, let's see, we're going to...
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is... The whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the...
Okay. Let's see, let's check out the
The
broken
window stands
window.
broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after it is too large for yet
Okay.
too small for a piece of furniture, like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. You mean someone else took your shoe off, as this person also forced the drinks on you? A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Okay. First quest, finding your shoe. Let's...
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific neck tuck, the blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap! It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous thick tie, with 4 or 5 different patterns. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. The lights are off.
we go. Let's see. Alright. So, I know the shoe is on the balcony. So we're going to try to reach the balcony.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette.
Let's see. Checking out, talking to the woman.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
No.
Okay, we're going to ask her a couple of questions so we can figure out what's going on.
Because you're a police officer, sir. I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so...
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something. She nods.
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now.
Okay, a mercenary.
People got tired of it and called the cops. I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer. Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarettes. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Okay, she let me know if I don't like the police.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. She looks back at you, a light glinting off.
Yes. The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. But you're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control
Okay.
under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
Yeah. It's 51. The current century? Centuries don't have numbers. Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
Okay.
Yeah? There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco.
Okay, usual loud music and everything. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Well. Ba, 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 ba. Let's see what we're going to do here.
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on. It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and a slow, sad song started playing. Like organ music on repeat. That went on for... Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. Then you started screaming and trashed the place. The window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out. There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. I'm glad to have been of assistance.
Okay. So apparently was going a little crazy the night before. Okay. Let's check out stuff around here. Let's go downstairs. Mm-hmm.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul. Utterly. And it needs through a PA system by other people. You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. Serves them right. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. Who is mistakenly identified as a copy?
Okay, need to get a whole another tape. To see if I can sing it. Okay. Well, let's see then.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Okay.
Looks like he's waiting for
This is
someone.
my
As you approach, he narrows his eyes on the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi.
You realize he's waiting for your name. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It looks like we had a little skidding error on Sunday.
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Okay, we'll have time for that after we have you removed the dead body from the tree. So, the body where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
okay.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I after you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle.
Hello,
Okay,
sweetie.
I think we can.
Who's sweetie?
Why, you are, officer. And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
What was with that fucking wink?
I see you are still grieving. Well, you must forgive me. I'm getting so scattered. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are
Okay.
staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the Motley Crew. Hire her on the spot.
Oh. Hmm.
Whatever do you mean? Ah, yes. Probably Roll With Me by the Fletchers. They'll often quote the Fletchers at me. Morel says it's my theme song. Yes, dear.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. Oh my. You know where we are, right? That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise. Yes, great. See? We're getting somewhere. What? How would I even begin to tell you? I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare... Speaking of history, you know what year it is. That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen.
her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called...
Meaning, buying is voting.
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter, but we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need...
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Someone more educated in sweeping.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe?
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
Of course, dear.
Okay, okay. We are getting somewhere.
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard.
Okay.
A virgin. He drops the ledger he
Let's
sold it,
see.
turns to the lieutenant.
Let's see how we're going to do this.
Mr. Gant, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
Are you kidding me?
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report a dead body. It took...
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only
Do
temporary.
you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use.
You said you just got here. From where?
What? Oh, Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is.
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said.
I didn't imply that.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. His face expresses profound doubt. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style, unified currency and the concept of coal came in their way. They
Okay.
wore armor and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they? If
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers. That it was a lynching. The locals, customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
the lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
She went away because none of your...
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate.
Thank you.
Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct. Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing. No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager. I have 3 cafeterias I manage.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Mm-hmm.
As you blow this joint, behind you, a wide
Real mature, man.
Okay. Everything is going well so far.
Yes?
Let's go check that body. Okay.
Kuno's got this.
was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it.
Oh yeah, nappa goofy, Kuno!
Let's see. Okay.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12, maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and 1. Standard work boot. Steel 2. Standard work boot. Steel 3. Hobnailed work 4. Standard work boot. Number 45, or you don't know. 5. Another standard. 6. An aberration. Light as air. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. You're not bad. Is it 7? The glowing outline of a standard work boot. 8. And yet another standard work boot.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? Interesting. Let's name it the odd soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal, like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Forget it. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes. 200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other?
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. You have a point there. Anyway, it's something to consider. A woman or a kid? Understood. Anything else? A week, maybe?
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashot. 7 days.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state.
Huh, okay.
Commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction.
Indeed. They all stood in... Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over. The lieutenant's eyes narrowed.
Either way. What else?
Okay.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears...
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Kuno's
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body. The kid is obviously high.
Fuck that! Kuno, yeah!
Shitters.
The rake! Kuno, you should throw the rake at it!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno is not a gardener. Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Shitload pig.
Don't tell the pig!
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Kuno's fuck him. Kuno
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo bones. Probably climb. Kuno was busy. You ain't Kuno. I don't know. Some fuck mess or I don't know.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You wanna know where Kuno was? You want
Tell him that!
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno City.
Lame!
That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it
Just a couple of pigs.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno!
You're testing.
Get lost!
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed. Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno...
the lieutenant takes a quick note.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Dunno. Kick-ass gardener used to wear...
Kit is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Erie Obogite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Erie Obogite.
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds. Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno's Kuno?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Trying to get Kuno...
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to diddle you! He's gonna kill! Pigs for Kuno!
Ah! He's...
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit.
Yeah, that's right! Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy! Before Kuno fucks you!
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever number, you're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Fuck me? Please leave the radio.
Nothing you can say. Cop gives up. The detective's your...
Oh, okay.
The corpse looks at you. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists.
Activity kit.
He's about to blow! Cops!
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth.
Ah, yeah, great.
Too late. Until a pool of the smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. The hangover is clearly making things worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. There is freight nearby, east of the house. There's a greenhouse here, and the garden.
Pretty clever.
Okay, let's try this again because apparently I die. I guess I should have healed myself or something. Yeah, that just was unusual to say the least. But let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Charlie, let's talk to a kid again, but this time I'm not going to mention the other parts.
Got this?
If there ever was.
Oh yeah, never good be Kuno. Right in the
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to. The kid is obviously high.
the rake. You should rake
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno is not a gardener. Alright.
The kid moves his hands like.
shitload. Don't tell the
This is where you quickly.
Kuno's
He's trying to hide the.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Probably climb. You ain't Kuno. I don't know. Let's go.
There is no Night City anywhere.
Why you gotta be? You wanna know where? It's not late. That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't a.
It's impossible to deduce what it.
Just a couple of.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
Your test.
Get lost.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little. Look at that fuck. There's Kuno.
The lieutenant.
It's a trap, Kuno.
Don't know.
Kit is a pejorative term used to describe people of South.
Look.
Yeah. What was she? Fish is some. Yes. It seems.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't.
Okay. Now let's try this again. I'm going to go talk to a young woman right outside because I just found out she might be.
The RCM in Martinez. What can we don't see a lot of police, of course. What can I help you? Sure, I'm done with it. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Well, this might be the last snow has nutrient.
Yes. Think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow. All you can see is the fact that her skin is a different color.
What does that mean? I don't know. Whatever's on the radio, I guess. Okay.
What are you waiting for? Ask about the disco.
We should probably proceed with our business in Martinez. Unless you have more official.
Of course. Where to? No problem. Of course.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Sure. Keep.
Okay. I just got myself some ammoniac. Okay, let's try this again. Now that I got some ammoniac, normally I should be able to invest my body.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below the ammonia only makes it worse. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Nor does the wind right now. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. I've seen captains puke they could then drive to the station. Maybe it's Monday. Make sure you bring a handkerchief. That's probably a good idea. Clear our heads. You need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have...
Okay. Let's see. Alright. Mm-hmm. Let's see, we're going to start.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. Every school of thought and government has failed. It's men like you.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self.
Oh, come on, man. I just said,
I know exactly what you meant. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM.
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
you two make a cute couple.
The lieutenant exhales and
Whatever you say. Oh,
he smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high
oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and the strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. Apples?
apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other... it's about biological... Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to... I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books, huh? The science of racial theory. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see. So, lately we Occidentals have experienced. This concerns you?
Cultural victory. What is this then?
It's what the kids of Boogie Street are going. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen? Don't push you.
You see the packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easy to...
What is what? If you want to buy...
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be...
Welcome to Frit.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got...
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode.
Okay.
34. This speaks to you.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish. Benita. She's a model. Usually it's some...
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
I don't know. Frit? I think they think that the extra teeth...
The story goes that normal Frit, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Frit's retail grew into a multinational corporation.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but... I don't really know anything. I mean, I don't... Not really. No. I don't know, really.
No need to worry.
Okay. Uh-huh.
She looks up.
Yes. What we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself. Reality.
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15. I don't know. What about it? When ordinary people take over the government? Yeah, it happened like our government? Or do you mean something else? I don't know.
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still.
We're in Frit as man.
What will her essay prompt be?
We're in Revachol, like on the insulin. You're welcome. Cool.
The tear machine stands in the court.
Oh, that's the tear machine. You need a... Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though.
The tear machine stands in...
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Well.
Bastards! We have... Hold up and stay frosty. You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down. We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people. Ha! Besides, we're not that different. Rights of people. Rights of workers.
His manner of speaking is wooden. The tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand them. Right to work! Maybe you should ask them questions. We have family.
So do we, Scott.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you. I know nothing about it, but wouldn't put it past these harbor. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. Should bring backup. Open up the...
Why not? I see numerous red pity.
Let us work! Honest men and women with rights. We came here to help the...
I have a question. Why do all these men?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the... We were promised work. We'd be in there. Main gate's locked. We'll take heavy ordnance to bust it up. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Whatever. Why don't you go up?
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went on.
No. They will give up eventually. Or...
You're hazy on the notion of a scab.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay. Gotta be bloody stupid, freaking evil to scab.
Huh,
Or I guess
okay.
scared. Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something. We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up.
Big guy. He means the leader of the scabs.
I was just messing with you. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then they're not. Speaking of, what brings the RCN here? To the wild north? Come to see the strike? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It was...
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
You know, serious.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike too. Just can't break the command structure and tell you now.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. I don't operate in that capacity.
If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking?
I walk right past Measurehead. Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini supremacist there. Then press the button to unlock, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Stop. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not complete. Or you could convert to his Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible. Not yet, no. He's... Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy of... Sure.
Well, let's see. I guess we're going to try to talk to a guy and see. And see. Okay.
Nobody betrays you.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Okay.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat.
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned. No, you don't. You need to get another thing. Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there? Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my outlook. You gave the world eugenics. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicable. You will be super.
It is, baby.
There is a button right behind it, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor. It is my task to keep the degenerate drums from entering the harbor. Enough with this. Bring your troops to the empty walls. There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Meshuggah's race theory. He would take you as one of his own. Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist. Racists are generally welcome to Revachol. You must think redheads are. I am not like them. The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of it is impossible to this leads me to conclude you are not a believer. Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that. Mr. Claire is a man also. To serve is noble. It takes discipline. Of course you are. A Sholian man above all. Rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll offshoots of the Seminoles people, and I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many. The South Island race. We are the few. I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Louis. No. I have heard about it on the radio. I'm from Couronne, and you have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have
I think this racist is better than the last. But
that will be the...
he will grant us 3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friends quits. The lieutenant doesn't. You should keep him close. The congenital defect of...
Okay.
An old monument set, a silver plaque. As you look up, you
Let's
notice
see.
something about the statue. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, he built his own maladministration. Stories have it, he called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. But wait, you haven't even heard of. You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. That's what the revolutionaries beneath the Cold War, the original, was blown. Most historians, some years ago, the statue is supposed to capture people in Martinez. Philip III, not that he ever did in life. Someone shot him in the heart.
Okay, I can see it. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. Why not?
The king stands high above you.
Okay. Let's see, we're going to talk to this old woman.
A small, wrinkled woman, a photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. No response wherever this woman.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Okay, let's see, what about that guy? Can we get any?
A simple little cadence.
From another planet. It's the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oil.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days. Yeah,
It's official. He too agrees.
feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both.
Let's see.
Yeah, imagine. So tell me, what do you need? He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in a sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Oh, high-grade narcotics.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of foul cargo. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway, we're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. This rockin' beauty sure is like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his.
It's like, whatever.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Some pretty wild stuff I hear. I've heard talk that
Ah, yes, from the White Pines.
they want to keep that money flowing in, my man.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else? Us lorry drivers. Not my thing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him. as if trying to conceal something warm.
Don't be a stranger.
Okay, let's see.
Before you stands a motor cap. Vapor emanates. This must be the in the cabin. You are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you. A metallic drawer.
Take what you need, officer.
The pry bar, useful for opening. The handles are locked. You can do good work with it. It's robust. Lets you see things in it. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers. And the radio, as you tap on the gate.
There's no use pressing.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now. The white suede. Your fingers waste no time closing up. You feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanic. After a while. Of course it's only in your... The smell of I'm good. Cherished and... At the bottom of the sea. So strange. The machine is not. The handle is pulled, but in the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, the frequency tab, the soft purr.
This is Precinct 57.
Hello, Alice. Please.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57.
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You won.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Receive.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Officer, I have... Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? No? Not me. No, sorry. I don't. People don't have the money to have the cables put in.
So the union has a phone, and there's one third.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I...
Why not?
What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Gar into this.
God, why can't you just mind your...
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Trust me. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl. What misogyny? You have to think you can do that, Lieutenant Love. You're just a gimp.
Phone was dominated by the other party. Anything else, officer? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10.
The man uses relay.
10-4, messenger ici. 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-4, your badge should have most of your personal details. Cover that. Over. 10-4, anything else for you, sir? Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and up.
Okay.
There's the ball. You're the game.
See?
Could the objective
Mom, I hope you're
trying to shush? Ignore them. Eyes on the ball, Pinky Winky. This felt.
Mon Dieu! Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw. What are you talking about?
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass? Probably because...
Look who's talking. That cock.
Yes, officer. What do we need from this gentleman?
Unfortunately, I don't. In Martinez, Cop is a
Okay.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better.
Let's see. So what about?
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties. No man can afford to turn his eyes to the horizon if his rear isn't secured. If the women folk take care of that,
The RCM doesn't unlike man.
I'm glad at least some people keep a level head in these turbulent times. Ah, yes. Oh, a superpower. Think decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never unless you
Don't get the carabiner doesn't.
Oh, you can't even. That's why the Philippine king uses cocaine. For clarity of vision,
Okay.
to aid in their work.
Of course.
Philippe Zittel.
He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
From what I've seen of the officers of the RCM, right? Yeah, I do. Why what? Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country. Communists, such sadly not to the foot.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
This place is a damn beachhead. Yes, Martinez was used as one of the truth. This here is blood ground. Don't get me wrong. Damn right. The rest of it, well.
Okay.
Think you might have opinions on these things. Present one.
I'm sorry it had to be them. I would. Instead, this is just what the commies wanted. It doesn't. Damn voice.
He slouches as he says that.
A true king in both.
Some manner of self-deceit.
So anything, it's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the Fifth. And
But all you observe,
this is the... Don't you mean? You do not...
there's something he missed. Son, you've really let yourself go. It's a disgrace. But Coach Physical Instrument is going to get you back in prime condition. Even if it takes 1,000,000 push-ups. It's going to take blood, sweat, piss, and tears. But when a behold world, here walks a sportsman.
Okay.
The worn and beaten.
Let's keep looking around.
This postman, a faint sticker on the side. The box seems eat shit pig, fucked by the coon. Sent G with a crown, have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, Best set, mailbox. The mail collection box seemed cathartic. Thankfully, then, so do you.
Okay. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying their May the 4th today. Apparently, I guess the Obi-Wan Kenobi series starting soon. I don't know. I'm looking forward to check it out. Even if I really didn't like the last one, Boba Fett, it didn't seem like my kind of speed.
Step right in. Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Let's see.
It's a bookstore set.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
That is a book. They have a postcard. Board games are like little. My pleasure. Anything else? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any question. My name is Annette. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signaling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime. Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running. Mum says it's necessary.
There is stress and unease behind these.
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this happening. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminal. And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. You don't look like Dick Mullen. Don't say that. He's not even real. You're real. Cheer up, sir. Maybe you can show me some real deductive police work, sir. Like in the books.
The girl keeps her hands folded.
What do you mean, sir?
She looks around. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you. She brings out.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Because you usually aren't. I sure hope you are.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. There's something you're missing.
It's the type of book, or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It happens. Those are unhappy books. These are not very common. Well, maybe then it's fine. That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life. Not in romance books, sir. I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum. I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though. Sometimes they break up for a little while. But then, maybe some about other books? Oh, Kings. I think that's why people...
Seems like most people who read those books failed to get more.
But it does make the famous people more famous. Why would they do that, sir? That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun. No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. That's a friendly enough face, most of the time.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you scream. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what, yeah, you have. With a sudden flash, the world freezes.
Okay, let's go talk to the mom and find out what's going on around here. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. What's going on around here? Let's see if we can get something out of a bookshop. Okay.
Welcome to crime. Be welcome. And please take I am the proudest owner of our little culture. Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her note. Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? My precious. Her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. God. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She can.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
She stands. She's looking for one, but there's simply aren't.
Oh no. Hold on there. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress. Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur. It's a proper most of the buildings he made the initial.
Super silent.
Yes.
A glimmer of sadness glints through the well-crafted exterior.
We're quite busy people. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand. She's been too busy. I assure you. I, of all people...
The woman looks aloof.
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves.
She smiles and nods.
Let's see.
The display rack is brimming with worn paper.
Oh, man from Hyundai. Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. What does it matter? If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyundalaman.
Rows and rows of here, maybe 100. Not even close. Man from Hyundal in hell. Man from Hyundal and the forest of slaves. Nothing of interest. Only coach, physical instrument. Wait, how did you know all those hammer throw techniques? How do you know how to hold a discus? Or the world youth record in discus? Something doesn't add up here. This mushy thing between your ears didn't know that.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk.
Out of the rain and into the gutter.
Math. Oh, I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does. Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind. Yes, just that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now.
A small mountain of
Wonderful board Browbritter is a fun. Don't be so hard for playing with friends. I'd recommend Suzerain. Lousy. I've heard they touch.
an endless variety. There's also books in a board game section. There's a box. That price is steep. But then it's a 3rd edition mega setting supplement.
Okay, we're getting some bonuses to Encyclopedia.
These shelves are a couple of spook novels hide amid
Oh, you're a police.
crime fiction. These books, what's more, not a single mention of all the stress. This, you see, a killing is declared. Oh no. Yes, tragedy. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one. Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar, a worn paperback from Dick Mullen's. Could it be the motifs of unstable identity? Then this is the book for you. The plaque on the shelf.
I would say a very influential. The book is also very daring. Perhaps for a.
Do her words seem vague?
Certainly.
You feel like you should get this one. Browsing through all the books, suddenly, high-speed love next to that.
I really must. I'm sorry. I did not mean to rush you.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been. This bookstore is not amidst of it. These three, the point of the book, it serves platitude, wholeness. When it's
Okay.
the book, there's even a chapter on the.
I can't have you end up like.
Okay, okay. Let's check this thing.
You see.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is nothing. Now, please go back.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alert. You see some kind of charm. And yet this is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against inhabitants of aside from poking at it suspiciously. Just as you're about to pull up.
Sir, don't touch that. Parapsychologist.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains. Why? Look, I'm sorry.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to.
Thank you.
Talking is always good. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you.
Hello again, esteemed officer. I already told you, just let it go.
She recites it like it's a poem, or like she's playing a role.
It's just for decoration. Okay. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Host of hosts, she prays.
The curse. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy. It's not just that, officer. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an ear. Yes, I've contacted numerous. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I've most certainly not.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective. Time to fire up the old lie machine.
No.
The lieutenant, look, you've got this. Just go with.
You're cool.
He turns away. Technically, that's what crime bros would do. Yes. Commit crime.
Sir, I really don't have time for your jokes. Okay, but please, only a few questions. It's not good.
Wow. Void raves.
Oh, this. There are numerous.
Desert pygmy shamans. The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Okay.
Okay. The 97% success rate, and I still did fail. So it's going to be one of those games. Okay. Okay. Let's keep exploring. Dun, 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 dun. What about here? What's going on here? Okay.
A sturdy metal door. The door rattles. The door rattles.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside. The police? Everyone knows? No. Go check the back.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance.
Madame,
There is no reply.
will flow red once more.
The streets will not flow red within it.
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C. Had a battery of tests just last week. I'm practically a patchwork of interesting critters. Kinda like a man.
The lieutenant furrows his brow. Hatred, disgust. It's the woman on the...
That Ozon whore. Someone's got to keep an eye on.
Ozon is an archipelago, 2 days travel away from River.
Probably the wild pine. You should take the lead.
Good idea, piggies. Ronald, can't you tell? I haven't really started it yet. This place is... I thought I'd mix it up. You know, have you ever tried your hand? We rarely see people, yeah?
Let's be realistic.
You heard your partner, Piggy. I ain't no snitch.
Actually, there is a...
We weren't put on this earth. Watch your back.
Okay, it look like...
A striking woman.
Good afternoon, officers. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCN. I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching.
That is good to hear.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. It happens quicker than a shooting star.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines Group. Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. I believe the...
And how are the talks going?
They're not.
Wait. She just admitted that the lynching...
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. Yes. Jean-Luc. Yes, I believe there is a connection. Let's say I would...
And when did you first?
I arrived 3 weeks ago.
But this
Okay.
I wasn't the original negotiator.
This isn't the first time, do you?
Heavens, no. There have been 2 prior.
Ludicrous even.
Okay, so it's been a bit...
Mr. Clare told him to fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Yes. Keep in mind, there are leaflets everywhere. Every worker.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to... It's quite simple, you see. Every time, just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. They're having a blast. I'm not sure. And now...
Excuse me. From whom did you hear?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one...
This checks out.
The scabs.
Don't let her answer it herself.
If these strike break...
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Everard Clare is a man of course not.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
He is the most corrupt individual. Yes, it's how they circumvent the term limits. The débardeurs organized
A mother.
refreshingly, and your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the débardeurs union is... Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for decades. However much you feel the... I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous...
Disappeared?
Yes.
This fool, her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. Downright haunt. The point of the press...
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be...
Of course. How else can I help? What we...
There was a touch of discomfort there.
The Pines, and that is...
The Wild Pines Group. is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, Jean-Baptiste Elysium, an unknown entity known.
Why, thank you. I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more. 20 billion is a large. A conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops...
She nods.
Why, yes I am. The boat? No. It is called Cord. It's a pleasure craft. My sloop?
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Good. This?
Yes, real and experimental side case.
What? Such an acute...
Don't be fake, madame.
We may be here a...
Alright, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
We're in Martinez. A casual term.
She refers to
Martinez is a dip you would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant. I'm not a good at... This place used to be a prop... It's not real. Yes.
known to the early rivers.
Caillou. Imagine a pebble. Revachol, the great history detective. The nations of the in the DeLorean century. They say it, by that I mean, we are standing
Okay.
on a fertile, self-sufficient island, able, we're
A collection of tall
22 kilometers.
silence, the water, the light. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold, rainy.
We are where we...
This is one thought you need.
Was there something else you wanted to know?
This has been informative. Might I suggest not as...
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
It's better not.
Indeed. And these are unimportant for the revolution. It's quite easy. Those would be the... Oh, and yet, did they ever? Before the... Yes. Oh, lots of people. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive... Yes. Him and tens of thousands. The liberals got the mineral rights. Liberals are... Some were rich enough. They didn't win.
Oh,
The foreign
okay.
intervention. The coalition. The coalition of the moralists. At least not this is...
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Lutheran, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky.
Of course.
Rooty-tooty.
That's the way of history. The turn of the revolution, it wasn't a who. It made people over, of course.
It was a funny time in history.
Okay.
Discovered trip.
From Revachol, why? You and I, officer. A city-state, the zone of control, modernity.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Time flies. The 20s or the 30s? No. Welcome to...
For her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked the right side.
They picked the winning side. That's why they're here. And perhaps it wouldn't have... I would side 10 of the 14 Indo-tribe. Good question. What would you have done differently? So a quarter of humanity simply lost their minds. And how would you stop a prion, the complex folding protein, unlife, with the technology 50 years ago? A poor remedy for Capri. And what is your...
My position?
Understandable. They are what they are anyway.
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
It's a neurologic... Well, that seems unlike. I am an old.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smoking, revealing a canine.
An ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal from the revolution. It's not the moderate kind. Haven't you heard? I am a nether creature of the forbidden. We surrendered the nation to financier pirates. No sane person identifies as ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight. I can see we're not so different, you know. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, a devil, who being of great charm, I hope we're able to continue as when the dust settled. The liberals were the only ones left to clean up and with Judas. I would not.
She realizes her small, cold.
Then for my daughters, we had an obligation to defend ourselves. Perhaps.
You're no dummy yourself.
A smart boy getting smarter. On big yes.
Seditious talk, man.
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother. And a wife. A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird? Some sort of... Of course you're not my dear. Ah, or two. A pre-revolutionary this one used mostly the splat splat.
You could be wrong.
Wonderful.
Oh, okay.
The girl in the old lady rags looks like a sullen and yes. You and I, she prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. I can't. That's all right.
Suddenly, you're not so sure you're part of the supraculture.
And what would that be? Nothing infra about disco, baby. Those days were new. It involved lots of partying, as you might imagine, and champagne-colored everything. Wasn't it, Guillaume?
For some reason, your mind is a veritable repository of Guillaume Le Million lyrics, trivia.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know, quite a few. The information I'm...
Of course, ma'am. And this is...
How curious. Why, how can I forget? I was hoping your condition was rhetorical, detective. A questioning technique. I have sympathy for your...
I understand it.
I'm afraid not, Lieutenant.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Of course. The situation is extremely volatile. The sooner more lessons in basic reality. Glad to have been of assistance. Of course, detective.
Wow, you work hard. Oh, yes. You hustle. Oh, yeah. Look at yourself. That is the sign of a little. It ain't easy. Sure. Are you rich? Get out of here. You're a pauper. You work harder than anyone. Almost rode yourself to the grave. And that's our taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate. That's every time. 98% of all your money. Here you go, hustler.
Let's see. Okay. Well, we need to investigate some more. Find out what the hell is going on around here. Even if everybody seems to not know.
Damn must be another way into the building.
Well, that was weirdly loud. Okay. Let's see.
You see a young...
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide.
Okay, let's see what we can get from him.
I don't want to be seen.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness.
Is it really?
Like a nervous cat.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run. I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little...
We will remove the body yet.
Oh.
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
No, not you.
And when did you speak to this mole?
Last week?
A downy blanket of white.
You didn't answer the question.
It was my Sunday friend.
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his...
My name?
That's definitely not his...
No, of course not. No. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Time to bring out your secret.
Trash? Listen, good luck with the investigation.
We didn't succeed in convincing him. Looked like he knew something, but I guess I'm not. Character is not sensitive enough. Too bad.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. It could be a way. There has to be a way up.
Okay. Well, I think that's going to be enough for today. I really hope everybody is having a great May the 4th and enjoy your Star Wars, binge watch whatever show, movies, and guess I'll see you guys tomorrow for more streaming and fun. Alright. This was Saiyan Super Yan. And we are out.